Okay guys, so today we're going to do the Reckoning Easter egg. So I go to round 9 before I start the steps just to have enough XP, rather essence built up. So it all starts by the Deadshot Daiquiri machine when you get the syringe out of this device over here.
Not really, but you'll just feel a little pinch.
So then I'm just going to kind of click to the quick spots of where I'm going on the map. You know, you obviously just follow the star to get the power. This is where you find the robot legs. So there's one there, one in this location.
Some of these are just placebos.
And then there can be one here by the elevator as well, and then there can also be one by the shelf right there. Okay, so the other two parts you're going to get for the robot is from the actual robots you play on the random waves that happen. So they'll drop them, so just be mindful of the ground. Okay, in this step then we're going to make sure we're checking these notes. The bottom number is going to be the month and the top number will be the day. So you're just going to put them in order from earliest month to latest month, and then that number you'll have in your top upper corner. That will be the pin that you put in on this device inside the room after you get through with the mutant injection. So then as you progress further here, I was looking in the different spots because you can find different ones on different tables in this area of the penthouse. So then we're going to turn on the first step of the Pack-a-Punch area. Just shooting these crystals, and they spawn in 3 different locations, I believe 4. Disregard my poor shots.
It appears you have found the culprit.
Okay, so then now you can do Pack-a-Punch.
You have managed to avert full meltdown. After grabbing
Okay, then this part goes with the syringe step. You gotta go under the beam and knock off that body.
Sit down.
Okay, so then you'll go over to the person you just knocked down, use the action button to get the vial of blood.
Dr. Fowler.
Now we're gonna go back over to the robot assembly. We're gonna put on the last couple parts because I did get another arm, so now he's fully done. I did get lucky here because the Overcloud spawn. So you got to get him to energy mine this robot once it's fully built. Then you will get an audio quote to know that it worked. Okay, then we'll go back to the device that we got the syringe out of. Put the syringe in to start this like little mini, I guess you could call it a boss fight. So just make sure at this step you have a pretty solid weapon and at least a couple perks. You don't need all the perks. I mean, or you know, Pack-a-Punch would be nice to at least have level 1. Just because he is a little tough, so you don't want to get killed here.
Really help these people reactivate the bioetheric portal.
But as you can see with my loadout that I have right now on round 17, it just annihilates him once we start fighting. Just tore him up. Make sure you get the syringe. And then this part I only put in here just for awareness because you do have to fight these guys that spawn in here, so they can sneak up on you if the boss fight takes too long, and they will get on top of you and take you down. And then in this pile you can see the key card I was supposed to grab and I neglected it, ran right by it. So now we go back to Klaus after the second round passes, and then you follow him so you can start the next step. Got that guy creeping back there. Yeah, so you're just going to want to stay with him or he's going to stop moving. And then as soon as he gets over here, you're good to start the same trial. And then he'll like hug the machine, or I guess start typing on the machine instead of hugging it. And he's just going to have some, you know, typical SAM trial weapons usually. Every time I've done it, it's just going to kill 40 enemies. Just be cautious though as you get up in the higher round, like everybody knows. We've got purple-eyed zombies and normal zombies, and then for some reason he spawned, so those energy mines are nasty.
You are motivated. Description not found. Medium trial reward unlocked.
But as you can see, this loadout on my setup that I have on my gun is pretty solid against clouds, but this is the one I run every single time, just because it's the most beneficial one I've seen so far for damage. But once you complete it, then that step is done with him, and you won't have to deal with Klaus again. So then you want to identify these computers in this lab here. That first letter for that word is going to be what you're going to use. Same thing in there. You're going to use those, then you're going to use them on the periodic table. So this one can be a little tricky. So if you're playing in solo, you can pause the screen, or if you're playing it by yourself or with others, just use Aether Shroud. You come up here, you put the code in. The code is going to be whatever the upper number is in the letter box. So if it's 0, 73, 100, but if it's a lower number than 100, then you're going to just put a 0 in front of it. And then now you're trying to get these parasites to be sucked up into there. You got to do so many things like 4 or 5, and then it switches over to zombies getting sucked up in there for the spore. It can be a little dicey up there because it is close quarters. You're going to go back downstairs now. You want to have melee macchiato because you're going to want to punch this tower. So that's basically all you really need melee macchiato for. And then I had forgot to come open the door with the syringe. But you can do the syringe at any point. Even after you get the syringe, you can come open the door. As you can see, Klaus is waiting to get in because I already did that step. I didn't do this step yet. And then you're going to get your last note paper to enter in that device. So you have a total of those 4 notes. Total of 4 numbers you're going to put in. And that one will always be right there on the table. Then once you have your numbers aligned, then you just go over to this table over here to your right.
Waypoint marked. I'm a doctor, not a hacker.
Get access granted is correct. If not, then you'll have to go back and look at your notes. You're going to go pick up the brain now from the Project Janus brain from the basement. This is the fastest route to get there. I think it's really the only route to get there on time. Because there's a time sequence and the brain will disappear if you don't get it there quick enough. Just be clipping. And I guess I could have put my gun away, then I could have ran slightly faster, but I think it was just the aspect of that. I wanted to be safe than sorry just because I was getting up in the rounds. Boom, mission accomplished.
Snug as a bug in a rug.
Okay, now we're going back because we got to find that key card that I lost there. And it's just going to be laying on the ground, so just make sure you don't overlook it in there. This is to get the vial out for Richtofen's path.
Keep them safe. They are my last hope of bringing back Mary Samuel.
And then at this step, since we're far enough in, we're going to collect these plant spores. You can use the Aether Shroud to kind of dash through. You're just draining these specific plants down here. Watch out for the acid gas clouds. So you got those 2 that are always going to be in the same spot. So far to my knowledge, I don't think they transfer anywhere else. It's always just the same 3. They just kind of run around in circles and just hop and jump and bob and weave. And then the last one will be in here. This is the easiest one by far because you can just keep jumping over the table. You don't have to worry about the zombies hitting you, and you don't got to run away and slide out and come back in. You can just pretty much do the full drain in one go. Careful you don't get burned up by the acid. That'll be the only thing that really gets you here. Or if you get tripped up on the plants.
Okay. Veganism is a big commitment.
And then the next step is going to be to cause the power surge. This is going to get you the Gorg effects. So you just want to go in a reverse clockwise motion.
Fucking piss brain. Let me at him.
It's going to be a total of 4 screens. Then it's going to spawn the Klaus in. The biggest thing you want to do with this guy is all you want to do is just shoot off his shoulder pads, and you got to get him on that electricity pad over there, and that's it. And then it'll start the sequence to get the Gorg effects. It's pretty quick as long as you have some good perks and you've gotten pretty upgraded. As you can see, this thing just shreds even on round 24. It's just shredding him, so that's why I recommend this build. And then he'll just auto walk into the middle. I don't know why he auto walks in the middle.
Dimensional breach in progress.
Yeah, I went up and grabbed some armor plates because at this point in time I wasn't having luck with getting a lot of armor plates. So I just didn't want to got one. I wasn't ready for it. But as you can see, like this thing is just going to shred this through. Like the fight was instantaneous almost. Because if you try to do this sooner in the match with like less perks and less upgrades, obviously it's going to be a little bit of a probably like a minute or 2 fight versus like I think about a minute flat.
Been a bit trigger happy lately.
Or just below. Already cooked. Then you get the Gorga fix. It's a pretty solid gun. I like it. I mean, I don't use it much besides just the Easter egg steps with it. But other than that, I mean, I don't go out of my way to get it either. So.
All right. Looks like you're ready to go.
And now we're gonna do. This is one pathway you can do for the Gorga fix upgrade. It's the one I do because I just find it quicker. You go talk to him. And then after that, you go downstairs to the lobby. You start a lockdown sequence. Right here, go in this control room, press that red button. It's going to spawn a maintenance robot in to come and work on that panel. Biggest thing is just keep them protected. The higher you are in rounds, the more zombies are going to swarm them. So just be heavy on the defense. I had it happen where he ended up getting destroyed somehow, but I don't even know how because there wasn't really that many zombies. But just stay heavy on the defense on him. You should be fine.
Your journey has been long. I kept you alive through it all. Can you not just return the favor?
My wife and child are too dead to advocate for themselves. Surely their lives count for more than a machine's.
As you can see, the swarm got pretty heavy right there. I thought he was going to die, but he thankfully thugged it out and got the last of the hack. You get a voice quote now, letting you know it got complete.
That can't be right. He has to answer for his crime. Reset the elevator before it kills him.
And this part, you just go to the opposite elevator pretty quick. And then all you're going to do is run and power slide. Or run, however you want to do it. And just go through the floor. Down below. And you're going to come up the elevator. Just above. So all you're going to do is parachute down here, hit these 3 red buttons. It's going to cause the elevator to come back online. And if you want to speed the process up a little bit, you could cut your parachute and go, but then it's a little risky. You don't want to miss the button and have to run all the way back around. Kind of each his own preference. I do it sometimes, but I don't feel like doing it on this run.
Homicidal bastard or not. We can't just.
And then down here now you're going to see the ball of energy, which is from Thanos. Panos, rather. Not Thanos. And then you're just going to use the Gorga effects to kill the zombies that are affected with blue electricity. And you'll see the orbs shoot towards the center of the location. Once you see the big power surge, then just run over here. He's gonna be saying like some weird stuff.
Seriously? How the hell do you arrest a ghost? Who just slipped through the damn bars?
And after so many seconds of him saying that, you get that voice quote, then just go over to him and press the action button. Should cause this, and then all the zombies are gonna just back off temporarily. They're gonna act like you don't exist. Then you get the Gorga effects upgraded. You can pack-a-punch this thing 3 times, but you're going to come over here, you're going to see this upper cliff. You're going to shoot it with a charge shot. It's going to drop a zombie head down.
The bioetheric portal was Hawkins' crowning achievement. Sadly, he's lost his crown.
This could be infectious.
And then for this step, then you're going to come down here, back to the pack-a-punch room, turn on that button. You're going to shoot these blue parasites here. There's, I think, a total of 5 of them. So there'll be always one up there. There'll always be one on the ground. There'll be like 2 or 3 up in the rafters. But it's cool because if you're on a lower round, you can only have to shoot like 5 zombies, 2, 3 zombies, and it'll count. But if you're on a full-fledged round where it's like swamped with a brand new wave, you got to kill tons of zombies for this to even do the same process. But then you go up here and you press the action button. You should get a blue orb on your gun. Make sure you don't shoot it again until you get to your destination, which is going to be up in the portal room. that you use to get in with the syringe. So then you're just going to charge shot this, but you want to shoot the wall, not in the center of it. So shoot the frame of the doorway. Otherwise, you'll lose the charge shot and have to complete the same step. This one with the sprinklers can be extremely hard to get the sprinklers to kick on. So you got to melee macchiato the mop bucket in certain locations. There's one in the lobby. There's one in the suites, and then there's also one in Android Assembly. I did see a video though that's really quick, and if you're in Android Assembly, just across from where you put the robot parts on, if you look in that hole to your left, there's going to be a fire detection system. If you throw like a Semtex or whatever right directly on it, it'll cause the fire alarms to go off, so then you can get automatically every time the bucket's filled. I wasted like 10 minutes trying to get mine filled until I seen that video. And then once you do have the bucket filled, you put the zombie head in it, and then you gotta collect souls. Just be mindful, if you carry it too long, you will be attacked by a spirit you can't see, so it can down you if you're not paying attention. The head's complete when it looks like it has that yellow glow on it. But like I said, just trying to get the sprinklers to come on took me a full 10 minutes. So just be mindful of that little quick fix. I'm gonna do that every time now. I need to bring the zombie head, put it in the portal. Then the next step is going to be collecting these vacuum devices. So they're located in different spots, and you throw them at the floating purple orbs of like floating purple objects rather. Primarily, you're going to have a lot of them up in that upper suites, but then the containment devices are going to be a little bit randomly mixed around here. But these containment devices will always be in the same spot, and pretty much the affected items will always be in the same spot. You got to get a total of 4 of these. And don't worry if you do drop one and you miss an item, you can just pick it back up. So once you get the 4 of these collected, you go back into the area again. You're going to put them in this center console.
Oh, yes.
It's going to trigger like a little lockdown sequence. And now your only objective in here is just to hit these red buttons that light up. There'll be a total of 3. So you're just going to press it, it'll turn green. And then it'll be so many seconds, and then you'll have another one come on. They're going to be at random, so just keep running in a circle. And there's another one right there. Turn them all on. It's going to drop like a nuke type style thing, and then at that point, then you'll be able to use the boss fight. So if you're ready, you're good to go. But if not, don't start that, because then you're stuck in the process of doing it. There's some stuff you can still do in there, but you can't pack a punch. You can still get perks, and you can still get upgrade machines, but you can't do pack a punch. So then when you get in here, this is where you select what pathway you want to go. Either side with Richtofen or side with Sam. I sided with Richtofen in this one, so I broke the Sam vial.
I am pleased you're seeing sense. Once the artifact is attuned, I will have my life back.
You're going to deny me life? I'm going to deny you yours first!
Then at this point, you're going to have some zombies drop in with you.
Safety's on. It's raining corpses.
As you can see, I'm still around 30, and the gun's still shredding them up pretty good. So that's why I say this is like the main one that I always use. Now in this part, you're just going to jump off the elevator. You're going to come to these 3 different spots, and you got to kill zombies that have purple eyes. They get sucked up into these devices.
I believe you can find another way, Sam.
Doesn't take too many souls. Once you see it get bright like that, kind of see like it charging, then move on to the next one. You got the one on the far left, the middle, and then on the far right. Same thing. Once you see that giant, they start to swarm pretty good down here. And once you see the giant like purple orb there doing that thing, and it's done, move on. And this will be like phase 1 of this like boss fight build up to the boss fight. Then hop back on the elevator, go back up again. Then you're gonna be on this floor. Then this floor, you're solely on this floor to break these purple crystals. So just be mindful what you're shooting, because some of them is just energy beam shooting up, so you want to actually physically have to shoot purple crystals. There's not that many of them, but like you can see, it's kind of a little misguiding sometimes because it looks like a crystal, but it's not. Just a surge. You get a voice quote too once you complete all of the crystals. So even if you think you got them all, you might have missed one. In mine, I thought I had them all, but then I had to reroute back upstairs because I did miss one. Right there. Voice quote. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will do a video of the boss fight soon. Catch you next time.